มื่อสักครู่นี้หัวข้อน่าสนใจมากเลยนะคะสิงคโปร์กับประเทศไทยก็เป็นประเทศเพื่อนบ้านกันมีลักษณะหลาย ๆ อย่างที่คล้ายคลึงกันนะคะแล้วก็เป็นประเทศที่มีความก้าวหน้าทางด้านการศึกษานะคะเพราะเราได้เห็นนโยบายได้เห็นการดำเนินการต่าง ๆ ที่สิงคโปร์เราก็สามารถเอามาปรับใช้กับประเทศเราได้นะคะ
From my question, Shin, can I ask you my question?
Sure.
Yeah. The first question is, what is the class size on average in Singapore?
It's still about 40.
40?
40, yeah. We are trying to reduce, but it's still about 40.
I mean in primary education level?
Yeah, about 40.
40.
Yes. On average.
Okay, on average.
Yes. So is it big or small?
I think it's big.
I have a question
It is big,
here.
yes.
Okay. What is the ratio of student teacher in Singapore?
In a
What
classroom?
is- yes. No, the teacher students ratio. One teacher per how many students?
So the general classroom size is still 40 to 1 on average. So 40 students.
So there is
to
a
one
criteria for the national ratio, right?
teacher.
Of teacher, students, teacher.
The school leaders are given certain flexibility to reduce the ratio to, say, 20 to 1
Okay.
if there is a good reason.
Uh-huh.
For example, there's learning needs, there are students with learning difficulties, or etc. So there,
But not more than 140.
but not more than 40, yes.
Okay, thank
So on
you.
average, the class size is still about 40, unless there's good reasons to reduce it. Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask about your project of teach less, learn more.
Yes.
Suppose you come to Thailand and maybe introduce this program to our country.
Yes.
Who is or who are the most important or key persons that will make this project works?
Yes, so we have to ask ourselves who are the key movers of change? Who are the agents of change in
Right.
our country? So in our country, the agents of change usually comes from the policymakers first in conversation with school leaders. Although there are usually, before any changes are made, there's wide conversations with teachers across the countries. And so that takes time. So for things to work, there will be good ideas coming out from the policymakers, there will be good ideas coming out from the school leaders, and they will discuss these good ideas. But for these good ideas to be well implemented in the schools, the teachers need to be involved in the conversation as well. And it took us about 3 to 4 years to actually roll out this TLLM, because we need to hear the teachers.
Okay. So we have to have that kind of teachers first, right? And
Yes.
there must be the leader of the teachers
Yes.
who can lead to that kind of conversation.
Yes.
How about the organization, educational organization that produce teachers? What do you
Yes.
think? How will they take their parts in doing project like this, or producing teachers with the kind of the similar thoughts to use this project in our schools?
So in Singapore, it's fortunate that we only have one teachers' college. And that is helpful and unique, because then the teaching is more, we say the same thing to all our teachers, and we actually implement things according to what we have talked about with the Ministry of Education, because a lot of us, even though we are in universities, we still work very closely with the Ministry of Education in various projects. And for myself, for instance, I used to work in the Ministry of Education, and then I was seconded to the university to work. So there's this flow of personnel from schools to universities to the ministry, and this flow is always happening. And because of this flow, we are able to have an understanding and conversation with different people at different times.
So, in fact, if, can I conclude that it's the teacher college or university that's produced teachers
Yes.
that has to take their parts.
Oh, definitely.
It's very important, right?
Oh, very definitely,
Okay.
yes. We have to be updated about what's happening, at least at the policy front. And if we disagree or we have additional ideas that we need to voice out, we have to voice it
I
out.
see. Yes,
Yes.
thank you. So, if it is not, it's not, it is true to say that in country like Thailand, we should start with the university or any institution that produce teachers first, and work closely with the schools in producing, developing teachers, and also starting develop by training teachers, something like that, isn't it?
I would think that in a big country like yourself, in this kingdom, you cannot wait for things to happen from the top. You really need to,
I can see that.
you need to plant seeds earlier.
I agree, especially when you look at the one who become the topmost rank in the department, in the Ministry of Education, like
Yes.
today. So, okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
No worries, yes.
Okay, the next question concerning this policy. Have there been many change concerning this policy in order that to push this policy to the success?
Can you repeat that question again?
Have there been many change concerning the policy in order that they are the success in Singapore?
What are the changes that are needed?
The
is it?
change, some change.
What are the changes? Is it?
Yes.
Well, the first fundamental change that I think I also highlighted in my presentation is the mindset issues. So do we still hang on to results for results' sake? Or do we hear the cries and the passion of our students today who have their own individual aspirations of schooling? Do we hang on to certain value systems that perhaps are outdated? Or are we willing to make certain changes because we are hearing our students more and more? It is not necessarily that they are always right, obviously, but are we prepared to at least have a conversation with the students and also our various stakeholders across Singapore? So we had a very, very long and lengthy, we call it the national conversations with various stakeholders, including our students. So you might be surprised that when we come to any policy changes, we do invite our students to come on board the meetings to let them voice out their concerns.
เมื่อสักครู่นี้มิสเตอร์เหลียงเว่ยชินได้กล่าวว่านะครับเพื่อที่จะให้นโยบายนี้ประสบความสำเร็จใช่ไหมครับก็จะต้องมีการฟังเสียงของผู้มีส่วนได้ส่วนเสีย stakeholders ด้วยนะครับฟังเสียงจากนักเรียนฟังเสียงจากหลายๆภาคส่วนนะครับ
Another questions from participant. In Singapore, how do teachers help students who are slow learner or LD?